Hello, everyone. This is me, the Travie Bear, using my YouTube voice. Wow, wee, woo. All right, but yeah. Hi, it's me, Travie, making a deck profile. Long-awaited deck profile. I've been wanting to do this for months, but this is the Namek Goku deck that I played since January, and now I'm sick of it. I'm tired of +5 leader, draw a card every turn. So I'm going to retire this deck, but I figure I'd make a deck profile. This deck is Super Fuego, still one of the best green decks around. Topping locals with this, winning a bunch. But let's get into it. Get this nice little energy marker out the way. Leader front side. When he swings, look at top 5, grab a Saiyan, Earthling, or Namekian, all green, 4 or less, add it to your hand. When your life is 4 or less, or if you have the 2 cost unison out, you can awaken, take yourself down to 6, restand energy, draw a card. You can even do it if you're going second, because you don't require to have 2 energy. You just need to have the Z unison out. So that's cool. And there's been times where I've actually done that. The backside, when this card attacks, it becomes a 20k. Very nice. Auto once per turn. When one of your battle cards gains blocker by your Z unison, add up to 1 green battle card from your drop, add it back in the deck. With its skills negated for the turn, sadly. And then activate battle. Draw 1, choose one of your cards, +5. And you can do that during other player's turn because it's activate battle. Alright, first card. It is the card that messes up D-Magic. Vegeta. He's just a 1-drop barrier boy that draws a card. And you can give it blocker with the unison. Trunks. If I had 4 of this card, I would be playing 4 of this card. But instead, I'm playing the 1-up of a Vegeta. Maybe in a future build, I'll bump that Vegeta up to 2 and the Trunks to 4. Why not? But this Trunks, when this card is played, look at the top 5 and grab a Saiyan with an energy cost of 5 or less. It's the only one in the game that looks at top 5, apparently, for a Saiyan. I've looked. And then the Vegeta. If it's discarded by your opponent's card effect, you play it. And you can get all these cards blocker because they're Saiyans. Super combo of choice, Paragus. Against Mill, I'll combo when I'm at 5 or more life, so I don't take a damage and I don't draw cards. Otherwise, it's just your draw 2, warp a card from your hand. Also, against Mill, because you can combo this at any point, you can also use Leader to draw 1 defensively, so this becomes just a regular draw 1 super combo in that sense. Overrealm is the Toa. When this card is played using Overrealm, your leader gets +5, and because your leader is green or yellow, your opponent discards a card. This used to be the Masked Saiyan that warps up to 6, and it's still a very good card, but you never have a lot of cards in your drop because you keep replacing it into the Z energy with leader skills. So I figured I wanted to try something smaller. Piccolo. Not a lot of people play this. I like this Piccolo, but I'm also a degenerate aggro player. You can play this on your turn 2. When it's played, you draw a card, you have the Z unison up, it restands. So you have unison, give it blocker, at the end of the turn, it restands. Same thing with this Vegeta, you can play it on your turn 2. It restands at the end of the turn if you have the Z unison out. And on play, it KOs any card. I don't like playing this card on my turn 2 if I don't have anything to pop. That's why I like the Piccolo so much. He just draws a card. The Goku. You know him, you love him. Works best in this deck. He draws a card when he's played. If it's removed by a skill, you KO one of your opponent's battle cards. And then activate battle, there's a blocker on board, it restands and gains +5k power for the turn. So it's technically a dual attack. This card's cool. popping 7 drops or less, playing it in rest mode. Double strike blocker when one of your battle cards are removed from the battle area, either by a skill, KO, or if you just combo with it. Combo with another card on board. This card restands, and it comes up a lot. I wanted to give this guy a chance because you can, so far, search everything off the 1-drop trunks. And against blue, they can't bottom deck your stuff, but you seem to have a good matchup against blue anyway. But permanent, your battle cards can't be bottom decked. Activate main for 1 energy, play this card if you have 2 or more energy and your opponent discards a card. Yeah, you can play this on your turn too. Unison give it blocker, and you don't have to attack with it. Or secret rare. Frieza pops a 7-drop or less. It's at 1 for a reason. Promo trunks. If your leader is green and you have 3 or more energy, you play this card and you play the token. When this card is played, you switch one of your battle cards to rest mode and remove unison markers off your opponent's unison for each token that you have. So you can already remove 1 marker, and if you have the token blocker token, you can remove another marker. And with this cool card, you can rest mode your Vegeta or your Piccolo, and then at the end of the turn, the Piccolo or the Vegeta will restand. And while this card has a token on board, it gets double strike barrier and +10. So it becomes a 25 double strike, which comes up a lot more than I thought it would. I thought this card was cool. On play, gets rid of a card ignoring barrier instead of having to swing with the other Goku. It's a double strike with barrier, and it's a 30k. You bottom deck one of your Namekian, Earthling, or Saiyans from your Z deck to the bottom to play it. Pay 2 energy. Just a nice little board removal. Big boy. You tap 4, you blow up your opponent's board, ignoring barrier. Has revenge, triple strike, and if this card is removed by a skill, your opponent discards 3. A lot of builds I see play this on the side. I might try it as well. It doesn't come up too much, but when it does, you're usually winning that game. Solidarity. You all know this card. When it swings, KO's a battle card ignoring barrier, and your opponent discards a card, and it's double strike. Gives itself barrier. Purunga. I've switched back and forth between Purunga and the SCR that gives your leader triple strike. I love them both. Purunga I might like a little more, just because it can control the board. I don't care about tapping the energy. That hasn't come up. Even against red, and I know that they have explosive at hand. I don't care. But I usually either go all 3, draw 1, and your opponent discards a card, or I'll do 2, opponent discards a card, and I board wipe. A lot of times I'll just draw 3, have them discard 3. Play Toa, have them discard another card, so that's 4 cards. Your units can also discard cards, so I've done that too. I've had them discard 5 in a single turn. You can also just play that Goku, have him discard 6 in a single turn. Dormant. You know what this card does. It's a turn stopper. Bad card though, doesn't stop the initial swing or the next swing. That's why you pair it up with Uneasing. Floodgate. Taxes your opponent for every card they swing with. You have to Z-charge 1 from hand. And you can free play it by discarding cards from your hand. And the other card that pairs up with Dormant. So you're almost guaranteed to live. Homie, Sidle Clones. Token negate. That is it for the main deck. Let us go into the deck. You've got that. Because we play Gokus and Vegetas, and we play against Warp Vegeta, they play the Goku Black, and has this Warper card. We can either warp one of our Gokus or one of our Vegetas, and then later on, play this card. Four of the Unison for the deck. This card is Super Fuego. When one of your battle cards with blocker is removed by a skill, it gains a marker. First +0, if your leader is green, you draw a card, you give one of your battle cards blocker until the end of your opponent's next turn. One of your Namekian, Earthling, or Saiyan cards. And then the other activate main +0. You get rid of one of your Z energy to have your opponent discard a card. And I've done that a lot. More than I care to share, because I'm a discarding degenerate. Vegito. He doesn't come up too much, but he is there if you need to control the board. Because when he swings, he KOs a battle card. Or he KOs a battle card. +1, you add a green card from your hand to your Z energy, draw a card. And I've never done the -2 because they always try to remove some markers or try to get rid of it. But the -2 is switch it to active mode. Bojack, he's there to help with unisons. That's all he's there for. Mighty Blast. I really like Mighty Blast. Being able to crack this and then pop a 3-drop, so you're technically stopping 2 swings if your opponent's not playing carefully. And you fool, because we run 8-drop Gokus. This card being able to restand your triple striker or redirect the attack back to the triple striker is pretty nifty. A lot of times though, they get rid of the 8-drop before I can even redirect the attack, which is kind of lame. It's like, I'd rather just play Mighty Blast. Alright, last but not least, the side deck. Let's see. Because Mill is super duper lame, we're gonna play this Vegeta. If your leader is a green Goku card, you get to shuffle 7 mono green battle cards and a cost of 7 or less without the super combo tag. You can even shuffle back itself, so that's neat. Bujin. Stop those annoying floodgates. Battle card floodgates. Koitsukai. Taxes the floodgates. And cards with battle tricks, like Bojack. Unison Hate. Not as good as I want it to be, surprisingly. Deflection Kamehameha. I really like this counter. Stopping a 4-dropper, stopping a hard negating an attack and then killing a 4-drop. That's really good. Hunt of the Demon God, good against green and blue. Good against the Aegis Gogeta SCR. If your opponent is playing a Y deck and they counter play a battle card or they play a card during your turn, like Gamma, you get to blow up the board. If your opponent played a battle card this turn, you choose all your opponent's battle cards and KO them. And then if you have a Unison on board, this becomes a 1-drop to play. And Big More, because we don't like pesky 5-drops or higher from swinging. And that is it, boys and girls. That's it for the deck profile, as it stands and all that. Bye.